mother named Amy often shares sweet family moments online, especially quiet videos of her and her child sleeping peacefully together. But on June 14th, 2026, something very different was captured by the bedroom security camera while they were both asleep. What should have been another calm family recording turned into something deeply unsettling and paranormal. Watch closely. While Amy and her child are fast asleep, completely unaware of what is happening around them, the security camera suddenly detects motion near the corner of the bed. Then, a strange black smoke-like shape appears behind them, moving through the darkness. Moments later, the pillowcases seem to crease slightly, almost as if something unseen is pressing against them. Then, without warning, the large pillow suddenly rolls over by itself. A few seconds later, it moves back again on its own. The camera even pans down to follow the movement. But there is nobody there. No person. No visible hand. No clear explanation. Out of all the nights Amy has recorded her family sleeping, she says she has never captured anything like this before. So, what was that strange black smoke moving behind them? Was it just a camera glitch, a shadow, or dust passing close to the lens? Or was something paranormal inside the room? And could it have been responsible for the pillow moving on its own? Let me know what you think. The following scary video was recorded by a man pulling into his own driveway on what should have been a completely normal afternoon. It is broad daylight. The property is quiet. Nothing about the scene looks unusual. Just a regular home with a detached shed sitting in the yard. The kind of place you would pass every day without thinking twice. The man is casually filming from inside his car when he glances toward the shed and notices something strange. The right side blue door is slightly open. And then something happens that completely changes the mood.
I'm pulling into the house, grab the phone, look at that windows wide open, door. What the? No. There's some there. That is 100% a person in my shed. Yo, that's a person in my shed. That is a person in my shed. Hey, dude. Okay, that's a school. That's somebody in the shed. Yo! Hey, who was in here? 100% saw that! Yo! Hey! And I saw something on the Ring camera. I see movement. Who's up here? Hey, come on. Is somebody up here? Hey. Look, come on, man. Please. I will 100% call the police. I'm not kidding. Hey there. Yo. Come on, man. I'm calling the police. If somebody is in here, the police will be here in 5 minutes. Do you hear me? And you bro. Hey, come on. You're done. I'm telling you. Okay. All right. Look, that's fine.
Without warning, the shed door slams shut with force, hard, fast, and with no one visibly standing anywhere near it. You can hear the shock in the man's voice immediately. That moment where his mind is trying to process what his eyes just saw. He jumps out of the car and runs across the driveway, shouting into the shed, convinced that someone must be hiding inside. But no one answers. Inside, he finds a cluttered workshop with tools scattered around the floor. Then his attention shifts to a small storage closet near the back, where an orange cord is hanging from the ceiling and swinging on its own. Nearby, a white object also appears to move, even though he has not touched or bumped into anything. And then, it gets worse. From the dark attic space above, a sudden loud crash erupts out of nowhere. The sound is so violent that it startles him and throws the camera off frame. According to him, the crash even breaks a light fixture on the ceiling. Still, he tries to hold his ground. He warns whoever might be hiding up there that he will call the police, and he repeatedly asks them to come out and show themselves. But instead of a person answering, another loud clatter rings out. Then, a piece of debris drops straight down from the attic opening and lands on the ladder below. At that point, he has seen enough. He runs. What makes this footage even stranger is that, according to the man, ring camera footage from the same moment showed nothing inside the attic. No person, no animal, nothing that could explain the sounds, the movement, or the falling debris. So what exactly was hiding up there? Was it a trespasser, a trapped animal, or something paranormal moving inside the shed? You decide. In this next scary clip, a man is inside his home late at night. And from the very first second, something already feels wrong. A sharp, high-pitched wailing can be heard echoing through the house. It does not sound like a normal animal. It does not fade in and out like wind. And it does not shift naturally like something moving outside. It just continues. Steady, painful, and deeply unsettling. According to the man, his neighbor passed away last year. And ever since then, this strange screaming has started near his home. As he walks toward one of the doors, you can see that it has been secured with 2 latches, a slide bolt, and even a makeshift nail lower down in the frame. That is not the kind of lock you add for no reason. That is the kind of reinforcement someone puts on a door when they are trying to keep something out.
Oi.
The man slowly pushes through into a dark, unfinished space, and the wailing does not stop. Not even for a second. But what makes this scene even more disturbing is the door itself. The double latch, the slide bolt, and the nail all suggest that this is not the first time something strange has happened there. This looks like a door that has been secured after repeated incidents. After something came too close one too many times. In paranormal stories, spirits are often believed to return to certain boundaries. Doorways, windows, staircases, and thresholds, especially when they're attached to a place or a person they have not fully left behind. And according to the man, his neighbor died next door. Her home was close to his. Her doorstep was close to his. And now, every night, something seems to cry out from that same area, as if it is still trying to be heard. In some spiritual traditions, the dead are believed to remain connected to the places and people they once knew. A soul with unfinished business may return again and again to familiar spaces, especially if something about its passing was unresolved. And if that is true, then this sound may not be random at all.
Oi.
There is something about the wailing in this clip that feels mournful. It does not sound aggressive. It sounds lost, as if whatever is making that noise had been there long before he started recording, and will still be there long after the camera stops. So what do you think? Is his neighbor still trying to find her way back to the door every night? Or is something else using her death as a reason to stay near the house? On September 10th, 2025, a CCTV camera near a highway interchange captured something that many pedestrians witnessed, but could not fully explain. At around 2:20 p.m., people on the Concordia Bridge Highway in Mexico City suddenly found themselves surrounded by a thick, strange fog that seemed to appear out of nowhere. Confused and frightened, many pedestrians began running from it, unsure what was happening. Later, when news broke that a gas tanker had tipped over on a curved ramp, releasing a massive cloud of gas. The strange fog finally made sense, but there was one detail that still left people disturbed. While looking into the incident, many comments appeared from witnesses claiming they had seen shadowy silhouettes, eerie faces, and dark figures moving through the smoke. So even though the fog itself had an explanation, what some people claimed to see inside it remained far more unsettling. Now, most videos from that day do not clearly show the so-called figures people described. But almost a year later, on May 25th, 2026, another video was recorded on the same highway where the gas leak happened. This time, a motorcyclist was riding down that exact stretch of road. And what his dash camera captured left many viewers uneasy. The bridge appears darker than normal because, shortly after the gas leak, a spark reportedly ignited the area and caused a massive fire. Knowing what happened there already makes this road feel disturbing. But then, this was caught. The motorcyclist who posted the footage was not sure if he was simply hearing things at first. But after people watched the dashcam video closely, many agreed that what sounds like an agonizing scream can be heard nearby. The source of the scream is not clear. But that was not the only unsettling part. Viewers began pausing the video at a specific moment, taking screenshots and pointing out something strange near the concrete barrier. At around this timestamp, something appears in the footage. Watch closely. A misty outline can be seen near the barrier. It is not a perfect human shape, but it is noticeable enough to make viewers uncomfortable, especially because the strange scream is heard shortly after. Some people believe the figure could be the spirit of someone who lost their life during the gas fire. And for those familiar with the tragedy, that paranormal theory does not feel impossible. Many people who pass through the area now say they feel a heavy sense of dread and unease, almost as if something still lingers there. Maybe it is only the memory of what happened. Maybe it is the residual energy left behind by the tragedy, or maybe something was captured on that highway that should not have been there. So, what do you think? Was this connected to someone who died in the 2025 fire? Or was the motorcyclist's camera recording something completely unexplained? As with most scary videos, this one remains a mystery. At approximately 12:45 a.m., a home security camera in Toronto, Canada captured something the homeowner still could not explain. The next day, when they reviewed the footage, they were left completely confused by what appeared on camera. Unable to figure out what they were looking at, the homeowner eventually shared the video on the UFO subreddit, hoping someone online could help explain the strange sighting. As two people walk past the home, something unusual suddenly appears across the street. A bright glowing light emerges from behind a tree and begins moving in a strange, erratic way, almost as if it is being controlled. The mysterious orb drifts toward the sidewalk near the house, hovering just above the ground before suddenly disappearing without a trace. What makes the footage even more unsettling is that the glow appears to light up the pavement beneath it, making it look less like a simple camera glitch, and more like a physical object interacting with the area around it. Viewers in the comments were divided. Some believed it could have been a reflection, a drone, or a strange light effect. Others thought the movement looked far too unusual to dismiss so easily. So what do you think? Was this just an ordinary light caught at a strange angle? Or did this security camera capture something unexplained in the middle of the night? Let me know your thoughts in the comments.